Lou Lamariello and the New York Islanders are in a significant amount of trouble. And I know you sit here today, and a lot of people think when your team isn't playing well and the trade deadlines are right around the corner, you have the All-Star break coming up in about a week in Florida, and the Islanders are going to have to make a decision. They're going to have to make a decision. Are they buyers or are they sellers? And right now, the Islanders' game has just been absolutely horrendous. Right now, the Islanders are 3 for the last 59 on the power play. They're 5.8% on the power play. It's absolutely horrendous. Worst streak in NHL history. The Maple Leafs, 51 in a row during the original 6 era. The Panthers, 43 in 2014. The Sharks, 41 in a row in 1997. This is how bad the Islanders have been this year. The Islanders are the third worst overall power play in the league right now with a 16.1%. Only the Blue Jackets and the Canadiens are worse. The Blue Jackets and the Canadiens, the two worst teams right now in the NHL. The Islanders they only have 23 power play goals total this season. The NHL record for the least in 82 games in a season in 1997 and 1998 by the Tampa Bay Lightning, who only scored 33 and had a percentage of 9.3% in the league. Okay? The Islanders are one of 11 teams in the NHL this season that do not have a 20-goal scorer yet. You have guys like Mathew Barzal. And even Brock Nelson right now has, I think, 18 goals. Well, he must have scored 2 goals the other day because they don't have a 20-goal scorer. And this is a huge problem for Lou Lamariello. And I know a couple of months ago I mentioned Malkin and a guy that if, in the offseason, when he became a free agent, that I thought that Malkin would be a nice pickup for the New York Islanders. And I want to go back to what I said, okay? Because he is not a Lou Lamariello guy. He's not a gritty guy. He's not a Zach Parise, a Jason Arnott type of guy. If you remember Patrick Elias, and Patrick Elias was a guy that Lou Lamariello drafted years and years ago. A guy that could score goals, play defense. He was a two-way player. Lou Lamariello likes those two-way players. And Lou, the answers Lou gave you the other day, there's no excuse because that's on me, totally on me, Lou Lamariello said the other day. That's my responsibility to make us the best we possibly can, to make whatever changes we can. It's not the coaching staff. It's not the players. And I take full responsibility on in the situation we are in today. When you hear that from Lou Lamariello, you had a chance in the offseason to bring in offensive players. There were 3 quality offensive players that were available in the offseason, and you struck out on all 3 of them. And if you're an Islander fan, I don't want to hear the Islander excuses. I am an Islander fan. The Islanders should absolutely be sellers right now. Absolutely be sellers. Right now, they are, I think, $9.5 million under the cap. I think it's $9 million. If they go into the offseason next year, they trade off Brock Nelson or a guy that a lot of teams would want. He can win faceoffs. He's very good, offensively. He's a good defensive center. He can win faceoffs. He's that type of guy. You could trade him. He has a high value right now. High value. Varlamov, a backup goaltender right now for the New York Islanders behind Sorokin. He is now finally healthy. A goaltender that a lot of teams like the Edmonton Oilers could use, or the Nashville Predators could use. Seattle could use. Varlamov could be a great backup goaltender for one of those playoff teams right now. I don't know what you can get for him. Maybe you get a second-round draft pick. Maybe you get a conditional pick for him, but you can get rid of it. And yes, maybe if you want to bring him back in the offseason next year, you get him for cheaper if he wants to come back. He's already said he'd take less money to stay with the Islanders. There are a ton of players right now. J.C. Pajot, he's a guy that they traded a first-round and a second-round draft pick, 3 years ago? Lou Lamariello hasn't had a first-round draft pick in 2 years. And right now, the Islanders farm system is crap. Offensively, crap.